Evelyn was born with a congenital heart defect called hypoplastic left heart syndrome, or HLHS, where the left side of her heart is underdeveloped. While there's no cure for this congenital heart defect, there are 3 surgeries that improve quality of life and give Evelyn the option to actually survive and live. So we had her first open heart surgery when she was 5 days old. She had, so many wires and tubes. That first surgery was pretty intense. They didn't close her chest until she was 10 days old, so I don't think I'll ever forget the picture of her little heart beating through a piece of medical tape. But you know what? We were able to bring her home at about 6 weeks later, and then pretty quickly we went back to the hospital for her second surgery at about 5 or 6 months old. And after that surgery, she recovered pretty well, and we were able to go home much sooner than that. And we kind of continued living life for the next year and a half. We had her little brother, Calvin, and the plan was to have her final surgery, called the Fontan, at 3 years old. Unfortunately, she got really sick last summer, a month before her scheduled surgery here locally, and the surgery was canceled, and she was hospitalized for heart failure. Her heart was under a lot of stress from just a common cold virus that she picked up, and she just couldn't recover. So after a series of treatments, both inpatient and at home, she recovered and has been doing really well, very stable at home. And after her recent heart cath and MRI, her local team decided that her heart just wasn't up for receiving 2 procedures in 1 surgery. So in addition to having hypoplastic left heart syndrome, she also has a leaky valve that needs to be repaired. And the plan all along was to have the valve repaired with her Fontan surgery. But since her heart failure last summer, the local team decided to take a more conservative approach with splitting out these 2 procedures into 2 separate surgeries. So instead of having 3 surgeries, she would have 4 surgeries. And we were pretty devastated to hear this news, and thought it was in our best interest to pursue a second opinion. We reached out to Boston Children's Hospital, and they were able to provide us with their opinion and approach, which they believe with full confidence that they could do the valve repair and the Fontan at the same time. We spent several days talking back and forth to different doctors, both locally and at Boston. It was a really hard day. It was a hard week for Matt and I to realize that we needed to go to one of the best hospitals in the country and give her the best chance at having this surgery done at one shot. We really are taking Evelyn's whole life into perspective. With each hospital stay, it's really challenging for her emotionally as well as physically. We will be staying at hospital provided housing, which is not free, but it is close to the hospital location. And we're just really hopeful that this is the right choice for Evelyn to give her the chance to thrive and hopefully start going to school, getting back into some more activities. And we're really just looking forward to seeing her thrive. So the plan is for us to fly out to Boston, and we'll be evaluated, and Evelyn will undergo an echo and a CT scan. They will create a 3D model of her heart The surgeons will have a discussion on their approach, and then several days later, she'll go in for surgery, which is open heart, where she'll be placed on bypass. The surgery may take a couple of hours, and then recovery for this specific surgery, the Fontan, is longer than the previous surgeries that she's been under. It can be anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. It could be longer than that. It's quite unknown. There's a lot of additional stress on the heart doing both of these repairs at the same time. We are hopeful that she will recover within a couple of weeks, and then after she's discharged from Boston, they will have us come back in a couple of days for a clinic appointment. So overall, we'll be there about 4 weeks plus. It's a little bit unknown, and we're hopeful that this will really give Evelyn the opportunity to thrive, to move on with her life, to continue being a little girl and exploring life, and that she'll just continue to have a chance at life.